Welcome to Chatterbox Besties with Brenda and Ricki. We're two besties sharing news, gift ideas, and lifestyle hacks to turn ordinary days into a 10 plus. Have you ever stood over an oversized suitcase thinking, how did I end up packing my entire personality for a 4-day trip? Well, today's episode might completely change the way you travel. And we're talking today about carry-on travel only. These are the real strategies that expert packers use to move through airports faster, avoid stress, look stylish, and actually enjoy the trip more.
And we're thrilled to welcome our guest today, Lamey of Carryon Couture. She's a carry-on travel expert, and let me tell you, that is amazing, who has mastered the art of packing lighter without sacrificing comfort or style, from the psychology behind overpacking to the exact items seasoned travelers must never bring. If you've ever dealt with lost luggage, and this isn't me, but panic packed the night before, or returned home wearing only half of what you brought, this episode is for you.
So this conversation, you will find, is packed with hacks that you'll want before your very next flight. And whether you're planning a luxury getaway, a girls' trip, or just a dream adventure, travel adventure, get ready to rethink everything that you thought you needed to pack. But before we introduce Haley officially, Ricki and I, we have to catch up. And Ricki, how are you doing? How is everything going?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good. Well, I have two things that I really want to talk to you about because I know we love chatting about this kind of stuff. So, first of all, the Met Gala, which was last week. And if you don't know what that is, it's a big celebrity gala at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York. And I just want to know, what did you think of the theme this year? This whole fashion is art. Like, I thought that was so cool, but I wanted to get your take.
I know. I was trying to think, what would I wear if I was invited to the Met Gala? And I was really kind of surprised at some of the interpretations. Some of them were amazing, and some of them were just really cool ball gowns or outfits, but nothing. I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting. I think it was a hard one to interpret. That's just my opinion. I thought Kendall Jenner's with the Gap and Zach Posen was very cool because it was t-shirts that were folded to look like Venus. But I don't know. I was kind of underwhelmed with the execution of the thing. That's just my opinion.
I don't know. I thought it was incredible. I mean, I agree with you. I thought Kendall Jenner's dress was amazing. I think they did a great job just using her body to sort of like present the idea of a classical statue. I thought it was so cool. I actually really liked, I don't remember if you remember Sabrina Carpenter's dress. Dior actually designed it, and they used the actual film strips from the movie Sabrina. It was the 1954 Audrey Hepburn movie. Wasn't that so cool?
Yes, you're right. I totally forgot about hers.
I just thought it was so creative. I mean, they actually detailed rhinestones around each film strip. And I don't know if you saw that bustled skirt. I'm like, there's no way she would have been able to sit down in that
I don't think they do. I think they just go and stand and then they run and change afterwards.
Yeah, right. Very creative. And then, do you remember that bubble dress? Did you see that one?
Yes, it actually was shooting bubbles out of it.
I know.
I thought that was amazing.
I had to find out about it because I'm like, what is the bubble situation? So I guess there were 15,000 hand molded glass bubbles on the dress.
I did not know
that. Like, I would be afraid to like move in that thing. No. But yeah, she was like a floating bubble, like it was like in a bubble machine.
And bubbles are so happy all the time.
I know, she was so cute. So I thought that was really cool. And then one of my favorite ones, did you see Bad Bunny, if you even recognized him? He, as you know, is in his 30s. A lot of people didn't recognize him. He came as his 83-year-old self. He actually had all these prosthetics done. I mean, I thought it was such a great message because all of these celebrities are trying to look younger, right? Like all the things that we always talk about, like how do you make your face look younger, your body. But he embraced his older self, and I thought that was so cool. I don't know.
I love that.
I thought it was cool. I love the creativity part of it. So yeah, I
Well,
thought that was kind of
you
fun.
just reminded me. I think if you're having a bad day, you're supposed to go to the cosmetic counter. I'm sure I've told you this, Brenda, but in case you don't remember, and you tell them that you're 10 years older than you are.
That is
And they
such a
always,
great trick.
and they always go, "Oh my God, you look amazing. What have you done?" And I was like, "Nothing. I'm just like." So anyway, I like Bad Bunny's
That's a
message.
great little trick. I love that. I think I'm gonna start doing that.
Yes. It's a
Get that
great pick me up.
positive feedback, right?
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh. So kind of related to fashion, and I know we love all these movies that come out. The Devil Wears Prada 2. I know you saw it last weekend, and I want to hear what you thought.
I wanted to love it. I feel like we're like Siskel and Ebert when they used to do the movies.
Yeah, yeah,
One
for
would say
sure.
yes and the other would say no. I'm the no person because I wanted to love everything about it. And I thought it was kind of boring, to be honest. I was looking for fashion, I was looking for the humor, I was looking for the drama, and I just thought it was like a B minus C plus. That's just my opinion. But
So
what'd
yeah,
you
we
think?
definitely, I love your Siskel and Ebert take. So you have a thumbs down. I actually have a
Yes,
thumbs
yes,
up.
I
I
know.
went with my husband, believe it or not, but he loves Stanley Tucci and Meryl Streep, as do I. So we did a
So do
little mid,
I. That's what's so
it
weird.
was a midweek date night for the two of us, which,
Cute.
I thought
Okay.
he might not like this. But I think because it wasn't so fashion-y focused and there was actually like a storyline, I actually liked it. I was surprised that it was more about, just kind of the story of journalism and how things are changing
Yes,
with corporate
that part.
takeovers and AI. I actually really liked it. I thought it tied in to kind of what's going on in corporate America today. And I didn't know anything about the movie when I went just because I've been like out of town, but there are all these cameo appearances, which I was like,
Yes.
so like they were such little surprises that I loved from all these different celebrities and like fashion icons. And I'm no spoiler alerts. We're not going to tell you about who was there, but I thought it was great. So I gave it a thumbs up because I expected it to be light and there was more of a message than I expected. And I thought the acting, again, Meryl Streep and Stanley Tucci, I love them. So
Oh, I
yeah,
love them too. So that's why I wanted it to be more, but
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. So there you
Okay,
go. You
so
can take it or leave it. Should go or
quickly,
no go.
quickly, I would have gone even with all thumbs down. That's how much I wanted to see it. So I'm easy, but give us a recap of your favorite place that you just got back from. Fill
Oh,
us in.
I'm still like floating. We love traveling to France, and my husband and I did that trip, and we rented an apartment for the first time in Paris, and we absolutely loved it. It was just fun to feel like a local in a residential area and go out to the outdoor markets. And I have to tell you, because I know you love details as much as I do, this fully appointed market had this adorable, they call it like the poussette de marché, which is like the shopping caddy, which is like the French version of I know your favorite, like Hulken bag. So I was so excited that the apartment came equipped with that. And it was just sort of fun to like take it to the market. And everybody carries a different one and it's got like a different color theme, or some of them are like in a basket weave. So that was really fun. And we had some friends were there also. So we had them over. We had a great time doing all the usual things as well. And we took the train to Beaune for the first time, which is in the Burgundy wine region, which was so fabulous. I mean, it's this old, quaint village, 2,000 years old. And it was just so fun to like walk through all the cute shops and the restaurants, and of course, the amazing wine, surrounded by all these great vineyards. And you can actually go hiking in the vineyards. There's actually an app
Wow.
and it takes you through all these really cool areas. So it was beautiful. I mean, I love trying new places, but France is still my go-to. But I have to mention, Ricky, because I know how much you love flowers. We went to La Soir, which is the oldest flower shop in Paris. So if you ever get back there, Ricky, you will love it. I
I
mean, the
know.
flowers were so fabulous. And yeah, I mean, so many great shops and so many fun things. I mean, it was wonderful. So, you know what? One more thing. I just have to tell you this because this is Chicago related. If any of you know the Hog Salt restaurants, I've written about them many times on my um, food Instagram, Chicago Food Faves. Well, we were noticing how difficult it is to get into some of these restaurants like Bavette's and Chicho Mayo and all their restaurants. Well, we learned from one of their chefs that they opened a new restaurant in Paris. So, of course, we tracked it down and we did get there and it was amazing. So, if you can't get to the Hog Salt restaurants in Chicago, now you know what to do. It's your excuse to, it's your excuse to get to Paris. So it was really fun. So anyway, and I definitely need this episode because I have to confess that we did each check a bag, mainly to have some room to bring back any purchases. It seemed less stressful to me, but really, I would love to know more about the carry-on approach. I've only done it once, mainly because we had 5 flights on a trip to Greece, and I was so stressed that maybe we would miss a flight. But it was stressful getting it all packed and together. So yeah, I need some tips. So Ricky, why don't you introduce Haley
Okay. Yeah, I was going to
and get
say, so
into
this is
it?
the perfect intro for Haley. She's the founder of Carryon Couture. It's a community helping women travel smarter with a carry on, I'm going to repeat, carry on, not checked approach. After her first carry on trip to Italy 11 years ago, she hasn't checked a bag since. She's helping other people do it ever. And she's a gem. So she's also a minimalist. She just packs better. So let's get started.
She's
I'm not,
nodding
I'm not,
no.
I'm not a minimalist.
Oh, even better. So tell me what made you become obsessed with carry-on only travel.
I think you started it by saying 11 years ago, I did a girls' trip to Italy. And it was before that in my past life, I was a chronic overpacker. I was that girl with the giant suitcase and half the stuff I didn't ever even pull out of my bag. And I just didn't want to be that anymore. And my mom had actually traveled to Europe on 2 occasions and lost her luggage both times. And I don't mean just delayed. She never saw it again.
Oh gosh.
And so,
Wow.
yeah, I couldn't think of a worse way to start a trip. So I thought 11 years ago, I'm going to try to do it. And I did it. And it was hard. It was challenging, but I did it. And the point being is, I am not a minimalist. I like hair tools. I like clothes. I love shoes. So if I can do it, I do feel like anybody can do it.
So what is the biggest misconception people have about traveling with only a carry-on?
I think it's that they're not going to have enough. And I
Right.
can assure you, you will have enough. You
Yes,
just
I think
you
that's a
you
good
have
point.
to plan for it. You just have to plan.
And how has carry-on travel changed your actual experience of traveling? Not just logistics, but just the whole experience.
Yeah, I think for me, part of the joy has become planning my travel capsule wardrobe. And in a sense, it kind of actually even extends the trip in a way because you think about your trip more, you think about what you're going to be doing on your trip, what you're going to wear, doing those things. So it actually extends the joy of the trip, in my opinion.
Oh,
I
I
know for
love
some
that.
people, maybe it's a nightmare thinking about all that stuff, but it's really made me savor my trips more and actually enjoy them longer.
So would you say that you feel like you have more control because you're planning ahead and thinking about all those things?
I absolutely do. And I mean, I'm not going to lie, it doesn't come without effort. It does take time and planning and intentionality. Is that a word?
They will be today.
Yeah, sounds
Yeah,
good to me.
it takes intention. It takes
Yes.
Yeah.
intention. But I feel like, yeah, I feel like I feel like, yeah, it's the way to go. It's the only way.
Yes, I love that.
But it's
And
not the only way to go. And I do like to say, I don't pass any judgment on anyone who wants to check a bag. I feel like there's a lot of pressure in society today that you have to be a carry-on only traveler. I don't believe that. For me, it's the only way. For you, it may not be. And carry-on travel isn't for everybody or every trip. And I just want to put that out there. But everybody can pack a little better and a little lighter, I think.
100%,
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. And what What would you say, what kind of traveler benefits the most from learning this kind of skill?
I think every traveler benefits
I
from
do
it.
too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably the people that take to it the most are those who don't mind spending a little time planning, people who are organized, people who like structure. Probably it's easier for them, but I think everybody benefits from it.
I totally agree. I totally
So
agree.
why do you think so many people overpack?
Yeah, I know. I'm not a psychologist at all, but I do think, when we think about traveling, we're leaving our environment, we're leaving our home, we're leaving our comfort zone. So by packing all of the stuff, I feel like it gives us a sense of control maybe over the trip.
Hmm.
I don't want to overanalyze, but I do feel like it is control. Like you're trying to keep control of things a little bit.
The what ifs.
Yeah,
The what ifs,
yeah,
by
the
bringing
what
all of
if.
your things, yeah,
Right.
account
Yes.
for every
And
possibility.
so what are
Right.
people really afraid of when they pack sort of those just in case, what if types of items?
I think it's not having enough or not
Yeah.
having what they're going to need.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think so
So how do
too.
you help these like kind of anxious travelers feel confident about bringing less?
You have to plan. So I
Plan. Okay.
really dig in. Yeah, you've got to plan it. I dig into the itinerary that they have. We really focus on the activities that they're doing, the weather. Those things seem very
Yeah.
obvious, and then we just really nail down the items of clothing that they're bringing and that everything has a purpose. And I think once you see that all of your activities and all of your weather possibilities are accounted for, you feel a lot more comfortable traveling with the
Mhm.
carry-on and not throwing in just in case items.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
I don't know who you're talking about. So, what do you think packing lighter says about lifestyle and decision making overall? Because I think there's a message here that we should all listen to.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I thought of, I would, I, thinking about that, I don't like to assign too much value to this. I mean, I always say it is not world peace. We are just packing for a trip. Um, but I think I don't know. I'm not sure I can answer that question.
Okay.
What do you think?
Well, no, I know that it's not world peace, but I think when you're talking about anxiety and planning ahead, that also extends your vacation, which is really, I mean, we don't often think about it. We just kind of wing it. Oh, we're going for 5 days to, X place. And it'd be nice. I think it is a little bit of control, but that's okay because I'm in an environment where the control is not going to create angst, as
Right.
opposed to, like getting somewhere and just kind of like they say, oh, you can always buy what you need. I don't want to buy what I need because I don't want to go looking for a place to
Right.
have to go buy it.
Right. I
Or think,
agree with that. Everyone says, oh, just buy it when you get there. And there is some truth to that, especially if it's a really long trip. I just did a 21-day trip and we did buy a few things on
well, that's
the road.
okay.
But
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 you
I
do need
came
to.
but I came prepared with at
Yes.
least
So were your few things more like toiletry kinds of things or like,
yes.
yes, okay. Okay.
Which is always a pain.
I'm
So,
telling
yeah,
you, the clothes are the least of my worries.
Yes.
me
Yes.
too. Me too. Let's talk about the difference between how men and women pack. I mean, like my husband will throw stuff in the suitcase 10 minutes before we're
Right.
leaving and be fine with that. But
Well, I mean, we're definitely speaking in generalizations,
of
but
course,
I think men maybe care a little less about what they're wearing. Not all of them, I hate to say that, but a lot of them, they're maybe a little bit more relaxed about outfits and the photo moments, and maybe a little less emotional in general. I know packing for a trip is a little bit emotional because you know,
yes.
you've planned a trip. It might be a once in a lifetime trip, or a bucket list trip, or a special girls trip, or a family trip, and so. I think we kind of wrap a lot of emotions up into our
Yes.
trips and we imagine the perfect clothes and the perfect pictures. I'm not sure guys do that as much. So,
I think you're 100% right.
100% agree. Yeah.
So, if someone was going to commit to being a carry-on traveler, what are the first three changes they should make?
um, minimize their toiletries,
That's the big one.
limit their shoes to two pairs, three max, and
Oh,
incorporate a capsule wardrobe.
Love
and
it.
when you say three pair, does one pair count the one you're wearing or three
Yeah,
extra? Oh,
no,
so
one or two in your bag and the one that you're wearing on
Yeah.
the plane.
Ooh, that's
You
a problem
really
for me, 100%.
You don't need more than that. It's fun to have more than that, but you don't need more than that.
True.
So we're
There's
not like the Real Housewives who go for 2 days and have 6 suitcases, right?
That's right. And I'll tell you one of my little secrets
Yeah.
to making the minimal shoe thing happen. Start your outfit planning with your shoes because if you plan your outfits first,
Yeah.
then you're looking for shoes that match every outfit. But if you start with the shoes and commit to your shoes and build your outfits from the shoes, that's how you keep your shoes under control.
Yeah. And I
Oh,
know
that
we'll
is a good
talk
one.
about shoes a little more later, but I think it's a perfect time to talk about this right now. What happens if you're taking a trip and you have a lot of activities that involve different shoes? Golf shoes, tennis shoes, hiking shoes. I mean,
Yes,
this happens to us a lot, especially traveling with boys. And
it
how
does.
do you manage, the big feet and all that? Like,
Yeah. Okay. So those are a little bit of separate issues, big feet versus lots of activities. And that's another thing with men, how they pack differently. I mean, their disadvantage is the size of their feet. So,
yes.
I tell the men and even women, no unused space. So anything you can shove in those big shoes, with smaller
Yeah.
items, obviously. But as far as the different activities and having different shoes for different activities, depending on the trip, it may not be a carry-on trip. Okay.
Okay.
If you have hiking shoes, the hiking boots, those are pretty tough to get into a carry-on unless you're willing to compromise in other areas. So,
Hmm.
you really have to weigh, is this a carry-on trip? So I took
Okay.
a ski trip where we had to check our ski stuff, but I still carried on all my clothes in a
Oh,
carry-on.
good for you
But
with
I
all the bulky clothing. Excellent.
no. So the ski clothes, the ski boots, the helmet all went into a checked bag, but all of my daily outfits were still carry-on.
Wow.
Excellent. That's so great.
And what do you think is the ideal carry-on bag setup right now? Carry-on suitcase versus the bag under your seat? What goes where? How
Well,
does that?
actually, it's a combination because when
Okay,
you fly, you get two bags. You get
sure.
one for the overhead bin and one for under the seat in front of you.
Hmm.
Okay. And unless you buy like a basic economy ticket and there's no carry-on allowed. But if the standard setup is a carry-on with, your rollerboard and
Sure.
your plus one item, it can be a duffel, a tote, a backpack, a purse. So.
Interesting.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And so,
Yeah, so you get two items, and a lot of times you'll see these women with the little crossbody bags getting on a plane, and they're getting pretty strict with those. So make sure if you
Really
show,
strict.
yeah, I
yeah, if you,
always make sure I have room in my bag for that little crossbody.
I was just gonna say that you can try to get on with it, but make sure that if they
They're
tell you to put it,
they're definitely counting it now. I
Oh,
had the
yeah.
same thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. And
but just
so,
make sure
like,
you have room for it in your
yeah.
backpack.
And so, like, what goes where? Because we have our own little strategy of what goes in our little, the sort of personal item versus the carry-on. Like,
I mean, which is in the overhead bin and
well,
which,
no, just like, oh, you have a carry-on, right? That goes in overhead, and then you have the big bag that goes under your seat.
right?
So we've come up with our own strategy if we're going carry-on, like what goes in those big bags. Like my husband's more of a minimalist, so I basically use his extra bag for a lot of my
Right.
stuff. I don't know if that's not really what you're talking about, but we've
No,
hacked our
no.
own system. Like he doesn't carry any liquids because he's happy with the hotel products. So I use
Yeah,
his liquid bag and my liquid bag. I'm like,
yeah,
perfect.
I've done that for sure. I'm like, hey,
Okay.
can I throw this in your bag since you
Yes.
know?
I'm glad to know I'm not the only one.
No,
So
you're
for
not.
sure.
You're
Yeah.
you're in
Yeah.
a
And
good
then
club there.
as far as like different climates, how do you do that? Like I know one time we were going to a wedding out in California, and then from there we went on a ski trip. Like we definitely like there was no question. And maybe to your point, that's just not a carry-on trip.
Maybe not, but maybe. So depending on the trip, I mean, if you have a beach trip plus a city trip plus maybe you're in Southern Europe and you're going up to Northern Europe, you can do that in a carry-on. And the way I suggest is start with your warm outfits first. So anything that your tank top or your short sleeve top and your lightweight pants and your
Okay.
sandals. And then rather than packing warm outfits in addition to it, you're going to add to the warm weather outfit. Like think, how can I layer this to make it warmer? So add a cardigan, add a
Um,
closed toe shoe,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know, just layering, layering, layering,
Layering.
layering. But plan the warm outfits first and then layer onto
Oh,
those.
that's a great idea. I love that. I love that. So, what fabrics or even clothing brands do you think perform best for like repeat wear? Because clearly you're repeating wearing some
Yeah,
of
I
these
mean,
items.
obviously things that don't wrinkle, things that don't hold odors. I love merino wool
Oh,
for
yeah.
traveling. It does not hold odors, so it's very friendly for re-wearing. And any of those quick dry fabrics that you can, if you have to do a little sink laundry and you want them to dry quickly overnight. I love Athleta, or those athleisure brands are great for travel. And a lot of the times I found like the pants, they're nice enough where, I mean, they may look great with sneakers and a workout top, but you could put a cute blouse with them and sandals, and they look great for dinner too. So, a lot of golf pants look really nice for
Sure.
travel. They're super
That's true,
comfortable.
actually. I kind of figured that out recently.
Yeah, they're comfortable, they're stretchy, they don't wrinkle, they pack well, but they look really nice dressed up with a sandal or a little heel.
Yes,
So,
yes.
Okay. So what would you say are the most overrated travel products that people waste money on?
Good question.
well, I am not a huge fan of the luxury toiletry bags. They've got some really beautiful, expensive toiletry bags that people put their liquids in, like little pouches. But I don't see, I just buy the cheap ones on Amazon, or I use a Ziploc bag for
Okay.
my carry-on travel. I just feel like, why would you spend money on that when it's probably going to get leaked on once in a while? They get pretty grubby. So I just like the throwaways, or you can use them multiple times, but they're not expensive to replace.
Okay.
Brenda, did you hear leaked on? Did you hear it leaked
I did.
on?
I've never had a leak on problem. I
She
know
said
you have, and you have like some
she said
thoughts
that
on
she'd
that.
never had anything leak,
No,
and I
I've
got those
never, I've been
little
lucky.
silicone
I make
top
sure everything's
bottoms.
really tight, and I'm a fan
I
of
do
Ziploc
too.
bags.
Yeah,
So,
I
Ziploc.
and I bring
Good.
some extra in case. So, yeah, I don't have that
You're
issue
lucky.
so far.
Yes, you're lucky, but there
You're,
is something on Amazon. You just put the top over the bottles and they don't leak. So you
yeah.
don't even need the
Think of it
Ziploc.
as like a little, make it like a balloon, and
Yes,
and
exactly.
it rolls over the top, and
Yeah.
it's a little
So, do you
silicone
do
top.
that as well, Haley? You kind
I
of use
do.
the, okay.
I
Okay.
See,
do.
and Brenda said she never has that issue. So so
So
Well,
far,
until
far,
she does, until she
until
does.
I
I hope
do,
that
and then I'll be
you
like, what
only
was
need
that
it
thing
once.
you
I
recommended?
hope
Because I
you
probably
never
need
have
that.
a I hope you
Me
never
too.
have a leak in your bag.
Me too. I said you only need it once. And
Yeah,
and
that's all
mine
you
was,
need, right? Oh
yes,
my God,
mine
it's
was a
so.
tube of toothpaste that exploded because of the air
Oh,
pressure. So
wow. I've
yeah,
had a
not
That's
water
good
bottle
though.
explode on me when I opened it, and my son turned to me and goes, "Don't you know you're supposed to loosen the cap first before you like open the top?" I'm like, "Oh,
And
now I know."
don't fill your bottles completely full. That helps a little bit
The
too.
water
Like,
bottle, are you talking about? Or
no,
just
in your
any bottle?
toiletries,
Oh, okay,
bottle.
gotcha.
yeah, just maybe leave a little space in it for the expansion.
That's a good tip. That's a good tip.
So we've talked about things that people waste money on. What were the underrated items that you never travel without?
Well, it's just me personally, but I never travel without, and I think they're really underrated because they're inexpensive. They're little plastic pouches and little plastic containers that you can get on Amazon for
Love,
hardly
love.
anything, but they make such a big impact in packing your toiletries because, like I told you before, the least of my worries is my clothing. It's really
Right.
the toiletries and the other stuff that I feel like takes up so much room in your bag. So, in addition to minimizing my routine, I don't do all my serums and all my lotions because I'm not sure they have that much anyway. Uh, I just kind of commit to one great moisturizer day and
Yeah.
night. But for my 2-week trip, I can let the other stuff go. And I just decant everything into smaller containers. And those little inexpensive ones on Amazon are reusable, not indefinitely. You do need to replace them. So they're inexpensive enough to replace, but they're really a bargain, and they're great products to
You
use.
know what? Speaking of toiletries, I know because I've been following you for a while and I recall this really cool item you use. And I was like, what is that? You have this flat toiletry bag item that you can hang in the bathroom. I was like, that is so cool. Like, explain what that is because that's a really neat item. Ricky, I think
I
you're going
love
to love this.
Well, it's a version of a hanging toiletry bag, but it is flat. So I kind of compare it to, those little shoe pocket things you can hang on the back of a door, and
Mm-hmm.
it's got all the pockets for shoes. It's a mini version of that. So it's honestly the dimensions of my suitcase. It's probably um, let's see, maybe 20 inches by 12 inches, and it's flat and it has little zipper pockets. So you can put non-liquid toiletries. Like I'll put my Q-tips and my tweezers and my, I don't know, I mean, anything like my hair ties. Um, Sometimes I'll put my little medications in there, like if I have a pill packet, just things like that that aren't bulky. They have to be small. But sometimes you don't want to dig through your bag. You're trying to
Yeah, it
find all
keeps
your
it really
stuff.
organized.
It's like a hanging medicine cabinet. It's a traveling medicine cabinet, is what I call it.
Well,
Oh,
I
I
love
love
that
that.
it's flat too. Like you just
Yeah.
folds up and you can just.
And I just lay it open, flat, like I pack my suitcase, and that's the
Okay.
last thing that goes in on top and
Okay.
just go for it. So, yeah, it's pretty handy.
That
And
is.
how do you handle all the toiletries with the strict TSA restrictions?
Yeah. So, like I said, I minimize my routine. I only bring what I absolutely need. But I do bring hair products. I have very fussy hair. For girls who have got great hair, you're lucky. Um, and I'll decant only the exact amount I need for my trip, which seems extreme, but if I'm going on a 10-day trip and maybe I need 3 pumps of my shampoo for that per day, I'll do
Mhm.
30 pumps of shampoo and that's all I bring. Well, I might bring a couple extras just in case, couple extra pumps just in
Yeah.
case. But I really do minimize it down to the exact amount I need, and you'd be really surprised on how little you bring, and you can bring so much more of it because you are limited to how many ounces you can bring per container, but you can bring as many containers as you can
Yes,
fit in that little Ziploc bag, in that quart Ziploc bag.
which I
So,
love that. So tell us really quick, because you talked about hair tools and converters. I mean, I just had like a brand new iron that completely burnt out on me first time. I was so mad. So tell us what you like to use and what you think about converters. And then, of course, where do you pack your those hair tools?
so let's just start with converters, voltage converter. And people get it confused. There's a plug adapter that you just need to plug into the wall because the plug configuration is different. It does nothing
Okay.
to the voltage. And then there is a voltage converter. Your cell phone, your computers, your tablets, those all convert on their own. You don't have to worry about bringing a
Okay.
converter for those. You just need something to adapt the plug. But for anything like a steamer, uh, curling iron, flat iron, hair dryer, those all have different voltage usages,
Right.
limits, or I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And in
Whatever.
Europe is different, or other countries are different than us. So you have to make sure that your appliance is compatible with their converter. I mean, with their voltage, which brings the converter into the picture. I don't recommend ever bringing a converter. They are bulky, they take up room in your bag, and they don't even work that well.
They don't
Chances are
work.
you're
Yeah.
still going to blow out your appliance. So I always make sure my appliances are dual voltage.
Okay.
Do,
Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
and they have dual voltage hair dryers, they've got dual voltage curling irons and dual voltage flat irons. They have all of it. You just have to really make sure
Just
that it
really
is,
check.
you
Yeah.
really have to check.
That's a good.
So if you have a dual voltage, then you need the special plug that's the adapter,
Just
right?
the plug so
Which
it
you
fits
need
Yeah,
into
yeah.
their
anyway,
wall.
which you need anyway
What
for
you need
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Good to know.
Yeah. And then do
That's
you
why yours blew out, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah, that could be why it blew out. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Haley. She should have known that two
I
weeks ago.
know. Now I know. And where are you packing your hair tools? Are you packing them in your carry-on or in the bag or
I put them in my suitcase
in the
in my,
suitcase carry-on?
yeah,
Okay.
that's where
Okay.
I put them. Unless I'm bringing a ton of clothes and I need to stick them in my backpack
Okay.
or my, but I prefer that bag that goes under the seat in front of me
Yeah.
to really just have things that I'm going to need on the plane,
Okay.
or in case they make me check my bag. I have.
Okay, so I have a question that I don't really know quite how to handle. So what if you're planning to do some shopping on your trip and then you're going to come back with more than what you started with? What's the best strategy for that?
Well, I always bring a packable duffel bag. You can get inexpensive ones on Amazon. You can get expensive ones, but why not get a reasonably priced one on Amazon? I would go for one that is sturdy because you don't want it to rip. So not too thin nylon, but a good, either a canvas or a strong nylon. They fold up
Okay.
to nothing in your bag. You bring it empty, obviously. And then what I do is I take all my dirty laundry and put it in the packable tote bag I brought and check my dirty laundry home. And then my treasures
Oh,
go home with me in my carry-on because I don't think anyone's going to want to steal all my dirty laundry, but they might want to steal a new purse or something like that. So,
Smart.
that's a great idea. I love that. Thank you.
That is a great, I've done the packable, but I didn't put my dirty clothes in there, which I think is brilliant. I love that. What happens, and this has happened to me, you're planning on doing carry-on, you get to the gate and they say, we're going to gate check. So
yeah,
I
that's
was, and I was just going to say, and the strategy of the one bag that you are allowed to take on the plane becomes a little bit different. That's why I really pack essentials like meds or jewelry or things that I really, that favorite sweater
Yeah.
that may be old, but it's your favorite sweater and you don't ever want to lose it kind
that's
of thing.
I mean, you just nailed it. I mean, I always show up with the best intention that my bag is going to make it on.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
uh, but I am always not mentally prepared, but I am physically prepared for my bag to be. So I always have my medicine. I always have any valuables in my personal item. I I actually don't bring a change of clothes, which I always recommend you do that.
Yeah, I
Oh,
have.
No, because I'm so confident I'm not going to get gate checked. But I also, because I travel quite a bit, once you travel a lot, you get a airline status. So you are in an earlier boarding
your
group.
earlier boarding, right?
Yeah, it's when you're in those later boarding groups, you have to worry. So I think if I knew that I had a real risk of not getting my bag on, I would check at least, or I would have at least two pairs of underwear, maybe two tops, just the basic necessities to get me through a couple days in my plus one carry-on, in addition to anything valuable and medications and things like that.
Makes
Now,
sense.
what if you're doing multiple cities? How do you stay organized while moving frequently? Because we've had that situation.
Yeah, it's always a new strategy every time. Like maybe I can do it better this time. But I've really found that those packing cubes are helpful. I am not a huge proponent of packing cubes to pack more in your bag. I mean, I guess potentially they can help you pack more in your bag because they do keep things compressed. But my goal is to always pack less, not more. But I
Hmm.
do think they are great for organizing. And there's
Yes.
different ways to do it. You can do tops in one, bottoms in one, pajamas and underwear in one. But if you're going to be doing multiple locations, I might pack one packing cube for my first 2 days and a second packing cube that has my next couple days. That way you don't have to unpack your entire bag just to get to your things. Eventually everything will get unpacked. But
Yeah, I really like that. And I haven't done that, but I will, after talking to you, I will definitely be doing that.
I just did 21 days in Greece and we moved every 2 to 3 days. And that's how my
That's
was my
amazing.
strategy. And
Yeah,
it worked pretty well.
packing
Yeah, I
cubes are
love that.
awesome because I also was like, yeah, 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 it's another gimmick. And the first time I tried
Oh,
them,
makes
I
a
was
huge
like, this is a
difference.
game changer. Oh my gosh.
Yes,
So,
They're
huge.
also great because if you ever have to open your bag at TSA and they want to open your suitcase, at least everything's kind of contained. And I've
yes.
never seen them unzip packing cubes. They just want to look in that bag. So it's also
Yeah,
Yes.
kind of protection there.
Okay,
agree.
so I have mixed feelings and I want to hear the expert. Rolling versus folding is a
I
big
do
one.
I do both. Some
Okay,
things roll
good.
better than others. Some things fold better than others. I kind of do
Okay.
a combination of layering, rolling, and a little bit of folding.
So it's like your clothes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't subscribe to one method. I do a combination of all. And I think everybody kind of finds a method that works best for them.
Depending
Yeah,
on the item and what you're packing, I'm sure.
yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we're
yeah, I love that. I
cool.
love that. So this is a question because I know, you're traveling and you want to wear some of your like fun, stylish outfits. So how do you do that without actually overpacking? Give us the secret maybe to like a general, I know there's lots of capsule wardrobe ideas depending on where you're going, but just in general, like how do you decide what to pack if you want to have some of your cute stuff with you?
Pack your cute stuff, but you have to just
Okay.
in moderation, right? I mean, I have a packing client that I was just helping this week, and she has these darling maxi dresses, and they're kind of big and flowy, and they're so pretty. But she can't bring all maxi dresses because they'll never fit in her
Yeah.
carry-on. So I said, why don't you pick one or two that you just love, and then everything else is maybe a little bit more streamlined and a little less bulky. So it's really a matter of compromising. But I also recommend, rather than packing statement items, like big items, create kind of a capsule that has a palette, like a plain palette, but then add accessories. Scarves take up no room. And you
Yes.
can do really cute little things with scarves. These neckerchiefs are in style everywhere right
Yes.
now. I know sometimes they're out of style. Luckily, right now, they're everywhere. So that's a great way to disguise your rewears. And sometimes a black t-shirt is the best thing you can bring because it's a blank slate and you don't notice when you rewear it. It's that basic. You don't notice that you're wearing that black t-shirt again
Yes.
because it
Yes.
looks
That's a really
different
good point.
depending on the bottoms or depending on the
Yeah.
accessories with it. So
Yeah. I love that. I agree with you. I'm a big black person. Oh, as you can see, I guess I have black on today.
I guess we all are.
I guess I do. So this is a question that I'm always thinking about. What is the secret to looking polished after a long haul flight? Because, you want to look good when you're stepping off the plane. It's 9 a.m. You're in Europe. You're like going to your hotel and you're going to just be out for the day. So what's the trick for that?
I don't know. If you find it, will you tell me? I don't know. Honest to God, I travel internationally a lot. I've been on a lot of long haul flights, and I have still never figured it out. I think that is one of the biggest challenge of international travel are those long haul flights.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I can never sleep on them. So my strategy is just to do the best I can. I usually don't wear a lot of makeup when I get on the flight because it seems like the minute if you have tons of makeup on after an 8 to 10 hour
Yes.
flight, you're just a mess. So I minimize my makeup, not no makeup, but I
Right.
minimize the makeup. I always brush my teeth on the flight. That just seems to help me feel better if you
Yes,
can
I
actually
love that too.
brush. And then right before landing, I might touch up a little the makeup a little bit. But I think just trying to brush your teeth and maybe not overdo the makeup.
So speaking of makeup, I just thought of this. One thing I've noticed lately, the past few flights I've been on this year, and I don't know if they're just doing it for the look of it or if it's like a good idea. A lot of the women and young girls are wearing sort of the under eye mask. I mean, I was like, I remember telling Ricky the first time I noticed that earlier this year. I'm like, Ricky, they're wearing this stuff like on the plane. What do you think about that? You're
I
shaking
don't,
your head.
I'm sorry. Come on. It's just not going to do that. I mean, nobody cares, I don't think, but you've got it. You've noticed. It's crazy. I
It's
wouldn't do it.
definitely like I've been on a bunch of flights this year and I'm maybe because I'm like aware of it now that I'm
Oh, you
noticing
know
it more.
why? It's because social media, the influencers, these travel influencers are doing that. And they're these
Oh,
young,
okay.
beautiful women who
Yeah.
probably don't need to worry about it anyway. They look great the minute
They
they
already
get on
have full
the
makeup
plane.
on and they're just adding that on to make it look like they're makeupless with the yeah,
Then
To
you've
me,
got
not
us
yeah.
ladies of
hydrating.
our age, we're just kind of like, coming
Well,
out of like the, like the gopher coming out of the gopher hole, like, you
to
know.
me, it's like having bare feet on a plane and putting your feet up between the seats. It's the same gross, disgusting thing that
I
we
mean, it
don't need
doesn't
to
look
do.
gross. I think those underarm
Oh,
things are kind of pretty, but I'm just like, are they just doing it for show or is it really working? I guess that's really my
I'm
question.
sure it works, but do we really need to see
Do
it?
we need
You
to see
know?
it? Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
that's a personal thing. If somebody wants to do that, more power to them. I don't. I
I
like
love
to
it. You're
kind of
so
keep a low profile.
diplomatic.
Well, I don't want to offend anyone. Everybody's different, but I don't do that. No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Just checking. Just
Just
checking.
more
So,
stuff to bring and manage. Oh, I'm trying
Yes.
to
Too
manage
much to think
things.
about already. I agree.
That's right.
100%.
so, so knowing that real estate is really important in your suitcase, what beauty products earn that space in your bag?
Well, again,
Speaking of those things.
I've mentioned this before. Like you girls with good hair have it made, but I have really awful hair. So my beauty item that I personally bring, I always bring a flat iron
Yeah,
and a
me
hair
too.
dryer, by the
Me
way.
too.
I also travel with a travel dryer, which not everybody needs to do that. But if you depend on good hair dryer with good heat and a good force, then you need to bring your own
What's
dryer
your
because
travel iron that you
Yeah,
like?
what
Can
is
you
the
mention
yeah,
that?
what is it?
Because I
the flat iron. It's
the hair dryer, the small hair dryer.
so well, um, what's the brand? I'm blanking. Dyson just came out with
Okay.
a dual voltage travel dryer. And I bought it because I thought, Dyson has such a great reputation and it's a fantastic hair dryer. It's a fraction of their normal Dyson price, but it is a little bit heavy. And so if you're
Oh.
doing a carry-on, It may not be the best hair dryer, but if you have a normal size suitcase and you're checking a bag, it's a great travel dryer. It's dual voltage, it converts, so you don't need to
I
bring a
have that
converter.
bulky thing. Yeah.
But the one that I do use, it's called Babyliss, Babylis. It's their little travel dryer. It gets hot, it has force, it's tiny, it doesn't weigh a lot, and it's a great hair dryer. And that's the one I
Wow.
recommend.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm definitely checking
Because
into
the
those.
Dyson does it. I mean, I have thick curly hair, and the Dyson really speeds up the drying time. I don't know what it is.
It's a great dryer. I've used it. I
Yeah.
haven't taken it on an international trip, but I've taken it domestically
Yeah.
when I've gone for weekends. It's a good hair dryer.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you. Great.
So
Thank you.
yes, thank you. And what's your favorite small luxury when you're traveling?
Again, my flat iron.
Yeah, me
A lot
too.
of people are like, how do
My
you, it's
girl.
heavy. Yeah.
And what destination is easiest for carry-on travel, and which one is hardest?
I don't know if there's really an answer to that. I mean, clearly
Okay.
destinations where you have to bring a lot of gear, like ski trips,
Like ski
or
or golf.
but here's one thing that may be controversial. Everybody says, oh, it's so much harder to travel carry-on in the winter. I totally disagree. I think it's so much easier to travel carry-on in the winter because the only thing you see is your coat. So as long as you have a really cute coat, it
Oh,
doesn't matter if you're re-wearing the same thing under it. Nobody sees it. So
that's really good.
much easier to pack lighter and rewear in the winter. Plus, you don't have the sweat factor in the winter. So I think it's much easier to travel
I
in the
love
winter.
that. That's so
Oh yeah.
interesting.
Okay.
So, do you have like one packing tip, if you can come up with one that's completely changed your life? Like once you did it, you're like, wow, this is awesome. And maybe there's more than one, but because you have so many great ideas.
I don't know if there's any one. I really do
Okay.
think it's the capsule wardrobe.
The capsule
The,
wardrobe. Yeah.
yeah, I really think that has made the most impact on me personally. Just really understanding the art and the skill and the strategy of mixing and matching outfits.
And then it's like a certain number of bottoms and tops, and is that
And and every trip is different, the
depends on
length
the
of the
trip.
trip, and it
Yeah.
depends on your tolerance to rewear things. You know, some people can't even imagine rewearing a top twice. It depends
The
on the temperature
person.
and
Yeah,
that. And
right, right.
if
So
you're
what do you see that's changing about travel in 2026 that people should prepare for?
You mean as far as packing goes, or just travel in
Just in
general?
general. I mean, obviously you travel quite a bit and you kind of follow what's going on and
Well, right now, airfare is really high.
yeah,
It's really expensive right now. And I think until, our geopolitical things don't settle down, it's probably going to be that way for a little while.
I
I
agree.
feel like they are getting pretty strict on bag restrictions, not so
okay.
much in the US. We're pretty lucky here in the United States. They aren't real strict on bag size or weight,
Hmm.
but internationally, they are strict on size, strict on weight, and they are enforcing those things. So if you're
Okay.
taking international airlines, be careful.
Okay.
Just because you can get it on in the US doesn't mean you'll get it on internationally.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's so
Mhm.
interesting.
And
So just yeah,
there's also a
no,
lot of talk about the new entry exit system into Europe. And so I would just say a little bit more time on your layovers until they get this system smoothed out because there's longer wait times and we've experienced those.
do you think that's already in effect? I mean, we didn't experience any of that when we were just traveling internationally, but I feel like I keep hearing it's happening, or maybe it's certain
It was in
countries or
April when they started it. So I don't know if you
okay.
were there before, but yeah, they
Yeah, we
started.
just got back last week and it was like I was
I think
surprised at how easy it was. I mean, we really went early on both ends and
it depends on the airport, right? And the
yeah,
country.
true.
So I
True.
think some are a little more prepared for it than others. And there's nothing worse than the risk of missing an international
Oh,
flight. So I just
absolutely.
recommend until it's smoothed over, just get
It's
there a little
settled.
early over the next couple months, I'd say.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. So, in terms of feeling, just back to sort of the clothing really quickly, in terms of how can women feel both comfortable, stylish, and practical at the same time? So, I know you talk about the simplicity of re-wearing, and so, and you talked a little bit about, adding the scarf to be a little more stylish and practical. Is it the kinds of shoes you're wearing? Like, what is your sort of overall take on that?
Well, I think it's really important to really pack for who you are, not who you want to be on a trip.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I always say start. by grabbing your most favorite things that you like to wear at home. Your favorite
Right.
black pants, your most comfortable items that are your go-tos, because those are really even, you could pack the most beautiful capsule wardrobe, but when you get to your trip and you're tired and you're hot and you're going to be out all day,
Right.
you just reach for the same old comfy things. So really start with your favorite items when planning your
Hmm.
capsule wardrobe,
Love
and then
that.
maybe have a couple special things, but pack for who you really are, not who you think you're going to be
Yeah,
on
and
your
I
trip.
do think the go-tos, I agree with you. And it does make packing so much easier when you already know this outfit looks great. I love it. I always go to it. Yeah. And I think the new
Oh,
things, like I do have to like try on the new things and make sure I like them. And does it go with what I'm bringing? And yeah.
another point. I always make sure everybody tries everything on before they even put it in their bag. You can think an outfit looks really great in your head, like this is going to be great together,
But to
and then you
clean your
try it
truck in.
on. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Oh,
make
yeah.
sure you try everything on. Things become really clear once you try stuff on. You're like, oh, this isn't that cute. I don't really like,
Yes.
So
Yes. And I,
another thing, people don't care what you're wearing. I just want to let everybody know, like, oh, I don't want to look like a tourist. We look like tourists. They know we're tourists. As long as you are respectful of cultural norms, who cares if you wear your Hoka sneakers? If you're most comfortable, that's what matters the most, in my
right.
opinion.
Love that.
That's a really good point. What would you say is your best wellness or comfort travel tips for longer flights,
Mm.
other than the eye patches? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, definitely eye patches and face shields while you're on your seat.
Get the red light mask out, plug it into
Yeah.
the seat in front of you.
I don't know. I mean, they say drink a lot of water. I just hate having to get up to go to the bathroom that many times. I don't know. I think what I do is I keep my eye on the prize. I'm like, okay, this is a long haul flight. My little luxury on a long haul flight is I will download a bingeable series on my iPad that I can just watch 12 episodes and get through the flight, and it
Oh,
makes it go a
what do
lot
you
faster.
like lately? What do you like lately?
Oh, I don't even want to tell you. It's so embarrassing. Oh,
No, I love
That's okay.
trashy
We
The
like
flights.
embarrassing
Handmaid's
moments.
Tale. Oh gosh, The Handmaid's Tale. It's so bad. It's so good.
Oh, no, that's good.
And I did download Love Story with JFK,
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
yeah,
Yes.
another good one.
but I'm saving it for my next trip. So, and I did watch Emily in Paris, which was darling,
Which
It
is
adorable.
is darling.
perfect for a flight because you can
Yeah,
miss half of it and still love it. So,
exactly. So just little indulgences like that that I don't normally do at home.
so
Perfect.
what would you say in summary traveling light has taught you about life in general?
I just think, sometimes less is more. Time
What's one thing that you wish every traveler knew before their next trip?
that it is absolutely to do carry on, that once they do it, I bet they'll never go back. I have helped a lot of people pack in a carry on, and honestly, 100% said it made their trip more enjoyable and that they will travel that way again.
And I think you mentioned something else which I thought was really good to research your trip before you pack. So think about the weather, think about your activities, think about and so you're kind of in that vacation mode and I think that makes it a lot more luxurious and rest easy kind of thing.
Definitely,
Yes.
definitely.
And then just blocking the time because it does take time to
It
think
does.
through it and make sure you've got, I mean, yeah, it does. So
And
I always
nothing
feel
will,
the best once I'm on my way to the airport. I'm like, yay, I'm done with all the planning. I'm done with all the packing. And now I
100%.
can
Yeah,
focus
don't ask me how
100%.
I'm doing until I'm in the car.
Yeah. Don't ask me until I'm in the car.
And nothing will derail light packing more than last minute packing. So
Yeah,
plan ahead.
exactly.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Yeah.
And if somebody listening books a trip tomorrow, what's the first thing they should leave at home? Kind of the Coco Chanel strategy, take one thing off before you
I
leave
would
the house.
say just in case items. But if you want me to be more specific, don't bring all those shoes.
Yeah.
Limit those.
That would
Those.
be what I would need to hear. Keep the
Yeah.
shoes at home.
This is what I tell myself because it's hard because they're so cute, right? And you're like, oh, I want to
Yeah.
bring those, but they don't get to come on every trip. The cute, you can rotate them, and the other ones can come on the next trip. Just because they're
If you're
cute
good,
doesn't
I'll
mean they
bring
need to.
you.
That's right. So Yeah, put them on a rotation. I don't know, but you don't need all those shoes.
Yeah.
I know
So
you
you,
want all those shoes. You don't need all those shoes.
so you say to those shoes, you're really cute, but you're going to stay home this time and we're going to take the other ones, but you'll go on the next trip,
Yeah,
right?
I like the
that's right.
rotation idea. That's a great idea.
Right. Yeah, next time you'll plan your outfits around those shoes.
Yes,
Perfect.
yes.
That's so
I
great.
still love you.
Oh my God, so funny. Oh my gosh, I love it, Haley. You're so full of knowledge. So we like to end our interviews with like some rapid fire questions. So just, a couple word answers. If it needs to be more, that's totally fine. But just to get some last minute thoughts. Ricki, why don't you start it off for us?
Okay, one thing you always pack.
Flat iron.
Me too.
And what, and what's the most unnecessary thing people bring?
Too many shoes.
Too many.
Speaking of
Excellent.
shoes, what is your favorite travel shoe?
I love any style of Dolce Vita brand.
Oh,
Their flats are comfortable, their sneakers are comfortable, their heels are comfortable. They are for my foot, I love them.
we must have the same feet because I agree with you. You can have the most
And they're so
expensive
cute.
pair of shoes and then you compare them with the Dolce Vitas. I'm like, why are these more comfortable? Wow,
Yep.
I love that.
And they're
Awesome.
cute. They're
And they
super
are
cute.
cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your travel outfit MVP?
Um, a warm scarf for the plane, even in the summer, because it's always cold on those planes. Or not always, but it can be hot one minute and then
It
freezing the next.
is. It is.
And every time I haven't brought one, I've regretted it.
Perfect.
And what's the best carry-on? I realize everyone's got their own favorite, but we're interested in hearing from the expert. What's the best carry-on brand and bag, bag for the under the seat in front of you?
Under the seat. So like your personal item.
Yeah,
Yeah,
personal
first
item
the
bag,
carry-on.
right?
Yes, yes, yes.
The best bag for your personal item. Well, I don't have a specific brand. I do, but I'll just be general. I like a backpack because I like the
Oh,
two-shoulder option. I think totes are really cute and they look more chic, but they are not as practical. They always slip off my shoulder. They don't contain themselves. The shape gets kind of
okay.
out of shape. So I like a backpack where there's lots of pockets and I can do two shoulders if I want to. And
What do you think, just really quick? I know we're kind of going off a little because a couple people that I know use those totes with the shoe thing underneath. That seems like it would get really heavy, but I don't know.
I think it would get heavy and they're big. I
They
don't know
are
how they
big.
fit under the seat in front of
I
them.
know.
So
They,
I have
unless
to
you're flying
interrupt you
business
guys.
I
class,
don't
and then
understand those either. I was curious your take
I
on it.
have to interrupt you guys. I have one and it's got the trolley holder and it is awesome. And you don't have to just put shoes. You can put your flat iron or hair dryer and stuff underneath
is it
and
the
put the shoe.
base bag?
Yes,
But does it fit under the seat in front of you?
yes,
It's
yes,
giant. Okay.
yes.
Oh,
I don't know what to tell you, but yes.
all
Okay,
right. Okay.
Ricki.
Well,
Wow, nice.
Brenda, we might have to try it.
Yes.
Love it.
And what's one country you think everyone should visit?
Oh, I'm not a good person
Besides
to
the
ask
obvious.
because I don't go to a lot. I travel a lot, but I'm a repeat offender to my favorite places.
Yeah, that's fair.
Of course.
But I would say I just went to Australia. And if you haven't been to Australia, I would add
Oh,
it to your
That
list.
is on our list. Yeah.
It's a beautiful country and the people there are beautiful. It's just incredible. It's a great country. There's so many wonderful places in this world, but if Australia is not on your list, you should add it.
Oh, thank you. Because we have been thinking
okay. I
about
want to add ones, and I think everyone should try to get to Antarctica. It was
Oh,
literally life-changing.
wow.
And you can pack light because you're literally wearing the same thing every day because no one cares that you're
Right?
wearing your raincoats,
Yeah.
whatever. And I am not an outdoors person, but it totally changed my life. So
Aw,
that's just me.
that's
I know. And I
awesome.
also want to do a safari. Have either of you ladies done a
No, I
safari?
have not. I have
I
not.
haven't, I haven't
We
either,
went
but
to
I
Iceland. That's the closest to Antarctica, and that was pretty amazing too. It's actually the safest country in the world, believe it or not. They've closed down police departments because they don't have anything to do. Like, what
Because people can
society
get
has
there.
that? I don't know.
Japan, actually.
Japan. Oh
Japan.
yeah, my kids have been there. They love Japan.
Also, it's a beautiful culture too. They are just kind, courteous. They're wonderful people, the Japanese.
Love
Mm.
it. Love all these travel ideas. This is amazing. Oh
Well,
my
and of
gosh.
course, I got to plug Italy, but everybody goes to
Well,
Italy, so
yeah,
don't
we all
forget to
love
get in
Europe.
there.
I mean, Europe
I mean,
is
what's
like
not to
everybody's
love, right?
favorite. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. For sure. Oh
It's
my
it's
gosh.
Europe's easy to get to, and
This was so lovely, Haley. I mean, this episode, it honestly made me want to, next time I pack, look at my suitcase and remove half of half of what's in it. This was
you can
amazing.
do it. You can do it.
Yeah. Well, before we sign off, tell us a little bit about your services, because I know you provide things for the packer that would help with some personalized coaching on what to pack.
Yeah, I offer hourly consults. I offer full service consults where if you live in my area, I'll come to your house and we can shop your closet
Okay.
and put together your outfits. But the most common is a virtual consult. It's about an hour long, and I give you materials and a questionnaire. You return the questionnaire and your itinerary to me, and then I help you work through your itinerary and develop a travel capsule wardrobe. Some people need a ton of help. Some people just need a little bit of help. I'm here for however much help you need. So.
Oh,
That's
love that.
amazing. Wow. Thank you so much, Haley. What a treat to have Haley of Carryon Couture on our show today. I mean, I think the biggest takeaway is that traveling lighter isn't just about fitting everything into a carry-on. It's about more ease, more flexibility, and really more freedom in the way you experience traveling the world. And if this episode helped you rethink your travel habits, please send it to a friend who pairs 6 pairs of shoes for a weekend trip. You know who that is? That's me. I needed that little push.
And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please make sure to hit the follow button, not just the episode, but the follow button. Rate us 5 stars and give us the review of the show. It genuinely helps more people discover these conversations. And thank you so much for listening today with Chatterbox Besties with Brenda and Ricki.
We love you guys. Thank you again, Haley, and happy traveling. And
Hey,
we'll see you
Haley.
next time.
All right, take care.
Bye. Hi, guys. Just to share, this podcast is solely presented for entertainment and educational purposes. We're your besties and sharing our perspectives with you. With love, your Chatterbox Besties.